Welcome back to Pokémon Mystery Dungeon, Explorers of Sky. It is finally time for us to begin the endgame dungeons and start collecting the 7 legendary treasures. I have been incredibly busy preparing the team for this. As you can see, Ekla is now level 64 with 6-star IQ. And we got a fair few IQ traits from that, but the one I wanted was this one, No Charger. The Pokemon charges then unleashes any move that normally requires 2 turns in only 1 turn. Powering up these charge up moves so quickly consumes 2 PP. That means... let's go back into the right menu. I now have Focus Punch instead of Focus Blast. It has low PP, but it's a ridiculously high power move. We also have Brick Break as a general use move, and we've kept Extreme Speed and Metal Claw, so good type coverage and just generally a really, really strong offense from Ekla. Omnis is level 63, with also 6-star IQ and a tremendous amount of special attack. I believe... I keep doing this, I need to stay in the right menu. I believe, yeah, Omnis's moveset has stayed the same because it's just that good, but Omnis also has a bunch of really, really good IQ traits. One that's really, really powerful that both Ekla and Omnis have is Intimidator, which sometimes enemies will just fail to attack, which is crazy, crazy good. Francis is still around, still doing really, really well. Level 56 now. Only 4-star IQ, didn't need to put too much time into leveling up his IQ, but now has X-Scissor instead of Leech Life, much, much, much more powerful move. Still has Giga Drain for the heals, and Aromatherapy and Spore for the utility. As for IQ, it has Multi-Talent, which gets slightly more PP. As well as a few other things, just general utility stuff. I think the main reason I wanted to get it to 4-star was for... I think it was for Collector. Yes, a slightly increased drop rate for treasure boxes. So that was helpful. And then there's Ego as well, who's also level 56 with 5-star IQ. I believe, yep, his moves have stayed the same. Quick Attack, Aerial Ace, Agility, and Close Combat. And in terms of IQ traits... we got Stair Sensor, which is the one I really, really wanted. We got a fair few other good ones as well. But when I reach a new floor, the Pokemon uses its intuition to know exactly where the floor's stairway is. It says exactly. It gives us an arrow, which you'll see once we get into the dungeon. So we are really, really, really strong and really well prepared for anything this game can throw at us. There's a general look at items. We've got almost all the exclusive items for both myself and for Omnis, as well as a couple for the other two, which leaves us with nothing to do but to go to these endgame dungeons. Now, which one do I want to do? Well, I want to go to the Sky Stairway. Why do I want to go to the Sky Stairway? Because the very name makes me think of Red Rescue Team. And there we go, we can see that little arrow from Stair Sensor telling us where we need to go. So we're going to do it. We're going to go straight into the dungeon, we're going to go straight to the top, and there's Intimidator coming in straight away, just preventing the Fortress from being able to attack, saving us some damage, and allowing us to move on quickly. What's this item? A Warp Orb. Probably not going to use it. Oh, I need to turn Agility off. That's going to be really annoying. We'll also turn Spore off, because we don't need to be wasting PP on those. Wait, we have an Emit Ring. We can just punch this thing. Duskull wants to join the team. Sure, we don't have one. I'm not going to nickname you, because I haven't got the time. Yeah, so I believe these dungeons are really, really long, like 50 floors or something like that. So, we might be here for a while, but hopefully we can get through quite quickly, because we do have that Stair Sensor, which actually I didn't pay attention to. Gabite wants to join the team. Well, we do have a Gabite already, I'm afraid. And Omnis grew to level 64. Still getting stronger and stronger as we go. That's excellent. Yeah, I didn't actually pay attention to where the Stair Sensor was this time around. It's a little annoying that it only shows the arrow at the beginning of the dungeon. I haven't found another way to prompt it. but it's still really, really useful. If I am paying attention, it will speed things up. I just need to be paying attention to the very beginning of the floor, which I don't often do, unfortunately. Okay, well, we know that they're off in that... Oh, okay. It's not very good if you transform right in front of my face, buddy, sorry. Anyway, we need to keep heading... Oh, Skarmory. Never mind, got one hit, bye. There we go, I can see those stairs. Yeah, we just need to head off in the northwesterly direction there. We can head straight north here. Mothim. You know what? If you're gonna do that, let me just walk to intercept you. And we'll Metal Claw you since you resist fighting. There we go. Here's a Tangrowth, we'll Brick Break you. I've got plenty of max elixirs, so it shouldn't be a problem going through all my regular moves instead of just using basic attacks. But we do have IQ traits, I believe, on myself, on Omnis, and on Ego that give us the chance of doing a double attack when we use a basic attack. So if we do need to save PP, we can actually effectively use our regular attack, which is something we really haven't done for the longest of times. Wow, rude. And I wasn't facing the right direction. Oops. That's okay. We dealt with it. As a Raichu. That Thunderbolt didn't knock you out, huh? Well, you're gone now. Okay. Problem solved. So we're making pretty good progress, actually, so far. I think the Stair Sensor trait has certainly helped us out in that regard. And, should continue to do so. So, yeah, I did a lot of grinding to get ready for these late game dungeons. I might be over-leveled, I might be over-prepared, but I didn't know quite how difficult these dungeons were going to be. I just did a lot of looking up IQ traits and moves and things like that I wanted my team to have. I feel like my team is now in a perfect state, I suppose. I don't think they could get much stronger unless I absolutely maxed out everyone's IQ, which is just not worth the grind since I got all the traits I wanted. You want to deal with that Banat? Can you maybe not use a normal type move on it? That's my job. Hey, Ego grew to level 57. Yeah, I just feel like I got the team to pretty much a perfect state, and I won't ever have to do any more training again. Even if I trained a little bit, and then did a couple of these endgame dungeons, I might find a more difficult one that would require me to train more. I feel like I won't ever need to train more now that I've leveled to this degree, which is nice. And I actually really, really enjoyed just grinding. I've said it before, I do enjoy grinding, which is a reason why I enjoyed this game and a reason I enjoyed the Rescue Team games, was just doing dungeons day after day. Really, Francis? He's gonna use the aromatherapy as well. Just to waste a little bit more of our time. Can we? Yeah, just leave, thank you. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed just grinding, just doing missions day on day, and looking through the shop, and looking through the swap shop, and just seeing what there was to get that day, and then doing some missions, and moving on to the next day. It was quite therapeutic, actually. It was nice to just relax playing this game, because as much as I have enjoyed this game, it has been a little intensive having to record it all the time, so being able to sit back and just enjoy the game for what it is, and not have to worry about recording it and all the things that come with that, was really, really nice for me. And it was also nice to just come home after like a day of work or something and just sit back and do some dungeons and not really have to think much about what I'm doing, but just enjoy the game and just chill out. And please don't step on that trap, guys. Thank you. One of our food items has gone bad. Again, I didn't really pay attention to where Stair Sensor was pointing me this time around, and I think it's probably not up there. That's gonna be my biggest downfall, I think. Okay, I guess maybe it is up there. I think that's gonna be my biggest downfall, is not paying attention to Stair Sensor. Where are we supposed to be going? I guess all the way over this way. Hey, stop that. Yeah, often, especially when I'm recording, actually, but also when I was just playing casually, when I go up a floor or down a floor, I just take my eyes off the game for a moment, because it's a loading screen effectively, and I don't need to be paying attention to it. But then I also don't pay attention to the little message that comes up right at the beginning of the next floor. And as a result, I miss... oh, okay. No reason for you to use Last Resort there. Ambipom wants to join the team. Now, I do have an Ambipom. I recruited one, I believe, but we'll put this one in as well, because I really like Ambipom. It's actually one of my absolute favourite Pokemon of all time. I think I've said that before. Up there with Weavile. Nice, and we got the attack boost from Metal Claw. Of course it was in this room. Well, okay, that's not a problem. We'll just keep moving. Wow. Okay. I'm pretty sure we have an IQ trait that means that we're supposed to avoid traps. I'm not sure if Omnis has that. Oh, I'm pretty sure he does, but he just walks straight on that. That's not a problem. We're just going to keep powering through. 14th floor. Still got a long, long way ahead of us, but that's fine. I don't mind. I have thoroughly enjoyed this game in every instance of playing it. Oh, you're annoying. Ah, but Omnis has got Thunderbolt. Omnis is smart. Getting hungry. Well, that's not a problem. We have food to eat. Oh, right, I'm out of PP. You know what? We'll just leave. Yeah, so as I said, I have absolutely thoroughly enjoyed playing this game for the entire time I've been playing it, which it feels like longer than it has been, actually. You know, playing it 2 or 3 times a week for about half a year. It feels like this game has been with me for so much longer now, and when I think back to the very beginning, and when I look back to the videos I made at the very beginning, I can see how much improvement I've made and how much I've changed as a player of this game in that short space of time. And I definitely don't regret making a series on it. I should probably eat some food. There we go. Yeah, I definitely don't regret making a series on it. I've really thoroughly enjoyed being able to interact with everybody in that... What is going on down there? Okay, we're winning, I guess. Yeah, I've been really, really enjoying interacting with everybody, getting advice and tips, and discussing the game through all its instances. Through the very beginnings of the game, when I was doing really silly things and making silly mistakes, and I was being advised on how to improve, to talking about the story of the game, to just talking about tiny little things about the game that I probably never would have known if I'd played it on my own. It's really enhanced my experience of this game, and I'm really thankful for that. And I'm also really glad that I got to do all that grinding and play this game in my own time, off camera, because that way I kind of get both experiences of the game. Though I didn't learn a whole lot, and though I didn't see a lot of this game that was new when I was grinding up for the end game, I still got to experience it. I still got to experience it on my own to a degree. We're not going to use Focus Punch here, because that wouldn't work. The thing is about Focus Punch is it's a 2-turn move, so I could turn the IQ trait off and just advance, and hey, stop that. This Raichu's giving me more trouble than it's worth. Anyway. Completely lost my train of thought now. Thanks, Raichu. What is it about mice in this game? Seriously, that Fortress is annoying. Stop. And now we're gonna have to walk back through that room with the Fortress in it. Okay. Also, I don't have an item equipped. I just realized that. Let me give myself my X-ray specs, just so I can see what we're walking into. Maybe I'll stop running straight into enemies. Speaking of which, can we avoid this? No, we can't avoid the Steelix. Thank you, Omnis, for that. Yeah, one problem with Omnis is his move pool is very, very shallow. That's possibly my single complaint. Also, I'm lost, by the way. I have no idea why the stair sensor pointed us this time. Yeah, that's the one thing I could criticize about Omnis, is just... He's pretty much only an electric type. He has quick attack for a bit of gap closing, but apart from that, we're just gonna have to fight this thing, aren't we? You know what? Kaboom! 401 damage. Excellent. Okay, Omnis. I think Omnis is a little out of practice. It has been a while, actually, since I played. I pretty much did all the grinding I needed to do and then took a big break from playing the game. I wanted to get Colosseum underway. I've got a lot of other things prepared as well for the future. And I've been doing a lot of stuff in real life as well. I've been really, really busy recently. And, hey, stop that. Honestly, the status conditions aren't that annoying. It's just the fact that, inevitably, Francis will use aromatherapy when we're one step away from the stairs. Thank you for that. Anyway, let's keep moving on. Yeah, so I've been really, really busy recently, in a lot of different ways, but it's been nice to come back to this game, that's for sure. There's something about this game that I think I will always enjoy. I will always enjoy just coming to play this game for a little bit, and I've said this before, I still go back to Red Rescue Team. I actually have my Game Boy Advance sitting right in front of me right now, with the Red Rescue Team cartridge in it. Let's just focus punch you, I suppose. Look at that damage. 656. Okay, let's get out of here. Right. I have lost all faith in Omnis's ability to not stand on this trap. So we're going back to the old school way of doing things, and maybe we should intercept that. Close combat, really? That was the best move you could use in that scenario? I have a feeling that probably wasn't. I guess Ego is a little out of practice as well. Okay, well, we need to use a max elixir, so we will do that. Omnis! Why? Why now, Omnis? You're not going to do anything unless I restore your PP. You know what? We'll just set discharge, and then when he runs out of discharge, we will give it a max elixir. Oh, there was X Scissor, I believe, for the first time. Okay, moving on. Chestnuts. Okay. I don't know what it is about this game and chestnuts, but it likes chestnuts. Pretty sure, I think I mentioned this before, I'm pretty sure there's a mission in the post-game of the Rescue Team games that's something to do with, I think it's Mankey and chestnuts. I think I mentioned it when we were getting the apples for Wigglytuff right at the beginning of the game, that mission kind of reminded me of something from Red Rescue Team, and I think it was some kind of mission with Mankey and chestnuts. That sounds about right. Okay, that Vulpix has been removed from the situation. Again, I forgot to pay attention to Stair Sensor, which is really not my smartest of moves, but regardless, we'll find our way through. So far, this hasn't been a particularly challenging dungeon, I think by virtue of us just being horrendously overleveled for it. But I imagine that there will still be some... I don't know why I used Focus Punch there. I want that gold ribbon, actually. We're a little strapped for cash, by which I mean we only have 7,000. I have no reason to have this. Let's, swap that. There we go. Yeah, I think maybe we're a little over-leveled. Why would you do that? Why would you do such a thing? I have so many ways of dealing with ice types. Okay, no. You can go away. We already have a Mothim. Oh, right, I'm hungry. Let me eat... another apple. Hopefully we won't run out of food. We've gone through 2 apples so far. And we're on the 25th floor. If this keeps up, we should be alright for food. Hey, nice, close combat. And we'll Metal Claw you. Cool. Can we get you to stand on this tile, Ego? That's a hard no. By the looks of it, he's just doing everything in his power to avoid the tile. Why are you like this, Ego? There's one thing I've never worked out playing this game, it's definitely manipulating my party members to move where I want them to move. I feel like this may be something the game could improve on when you want a particular Pokemon to be on a particular square. You can't really do a whole lot about it. We need to bring Omnis over here. Omnis is the only Pokemon that can hit someone when they're in the wall. Omnis, use Discharge. You do have Discharge. Or not, apparently. I guess Discharge won't hit him when he's in the wall. Leave us alone! Okay, there we go. Now, Ego can deal with you. That's another thing I actually haven't really gotten used to, is dealing with Pokemon in walls. I feel like that wasn't part of Rescue Team, but it's been so long that I might be misremembering. Okay, let's extreme speed this Claydol. There we go. Problem solved. Problem solved before it became a problem. It's my favorite kind of problem. Let's keep heading over. Here we go. Yeah, I think Stair Sensor is definitely speeding things up at the 28th floor already. What more is there for me to say about this game, really? I wanted to just wax on and on about this game while we went through these dungeons, but I've said pretty much all I can say, and, you know, we've been at this for a while now. There really isn't much left to say about this game, other than I absolutely love it, and it's definitely climbed up to the top of my list of favorite games ever very, very quickly as I've played it. I don't know if I can justify calling it my favorite game of all time, but it's certainly very, very close to the top. And would I play... Oh my goodness, you're so annoying. Leave us alone. Okay, right, that's it. Thank you, Ego, for deciding to fight back just as I did. Could have done that at any time previously, but no, this is not going to lead anywhere, is it? No. Anyway, would I play another Mystery Dungeon game? Another Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game after this? Absolutely. Yeah, this has left a fantastic impression on the series for me. Particularly improving upon... We already have Shelgon, so no. Improving on Rescue Team. I loved Rescue Team the first time I played it, and I still love it to this day. But this game feels like an improvement pretty much across the board. From gameplay to story to music, all the things that about Rescue Team that I loved have been improved on by this game, and it just makes me love the series even more. I know the next installment is Gates to Infinity, and that is perceived to be the weakest in the series, and that Super Mystery Dungeon is really the big one. I know a few people have asked me if I'll play it on the channel, and I don't know. It's the 3DS game. 3DS capture is difficult. Oh, we are right on the stairs. Nice. Also, I do want to take a bit of a break from Pokemon games, even Pokemon side series games, after we finish Colosseum. So if I was to do Super Mystery Dungeon, it probably wouldn't be straight after Colosseum. I do have a plan of a series. Oh man, this Drifloon is going to be a pain, isn't it? I've learned to fear Drifloon and Drifblim, actually, because their ability gives them increased speed, and then they can hit everybody with Ominous Wind, and continue to increase their stats like this. Can I just move to the stairs, please? Look, this is just going to keep happening. I mean, we have absurd amounts of health. As you can see, I have 177, and Omnis has 166. But I'm more worried about the other two. Can I just to be clear, I've not had a chance to move or do anything yet. It's still happening. I have not had a single opportunity to do anything. It's still moving and I can't. And there is very little I can do about it because I can't directly attack it from this angle. If I move, it's going to get another 17 turns in a row. For the sake of saving a Reviver Seed, I'm going to use this Aurum Berry on Ego. And now we wait for the next onslaught from Drifloon. Alright, here we go. That's 2 turns in a row. I'm gonna move here. Okay, it decided to use Payback instead. Extreme Prejudice. Get out of here. At least it didn't blow up after that. Yeah, like I said, Drifloon and Drifblim are pretty freaking scary, actually. Oh, there's a Togekiss over there. And it's gone. Nice. So what was I saying before that happened? Ditto wants to join the team. We already have a Ditto, sorry. I actually have been in this dungeon before. I did a couple of missions on it. But I only went up to like the 20-something-th floor. So this is uncharted territory. Oh, don't you start with this. At least you don't get the stat boost. It feels like the balloons always get the stat boost. Okay, we're leaving. Goodbye. Gengar, cool. It's another one of my favorite Pokemon. Everyone likes Gengar though, right? Anyone who knows me knows that I am... I don't know, what's the opposite of a Gen 1er? I get really, really annoyed whenever the game just hurls out Gen 1 fan service. So yeah, I've not been a very happy Pokemon fan for like the last 10 years or so. But yeah, I feel like whenever I think of Gen 1 and anything that Gen 1 does well, it's always tainted to me by the fact that we only ever hear about Gen 1. But I like Gengar. It's one of the few Gen 1 things that I can like and not feel bad about. Like, Eevee and the Eeveelutions are some of my favorite Pokemon, but now seeing Eevee plastered over everything in favor of anything else from any newer game is, it's a little annoying. We'll take this Max Elixir, we'll give this to Omnis since it's just lying here. There we go. Might as well make use of it while it's there. And let's get out of here. Nice. 35th floor. Yeah, I won't rant for too long about Gen 1 and all that nonsense because I could honestly just go on forever about it. Just look at my Twitter if you need to see. But, you know, we're playing Explorers of Sky. This is a Gen 4 game, and I love Gen 4. And... okay, right. I don't know why I headed up this way. There was no reason for me to head up this way. Yeah, and the more I play this game, the more I think about how Gen 4 was just a really, really good generation for everything that it did. Hey, level 65, excellent. Oh, we can probably turn Discharge off for Omnis now. Thunderbolt is more damage and more PP, so it's generally better to use. Yeah, so this is another game that just gives me really great memories and a great impression of Gen 4. Probably should have checked what that seed was. Nice, level 57 for Francis. We are getting tons of levels up. That's good. Even more power. But yeah, so that situation that we had with the Drifloon shows us... Omnis, just use one of your 2 electric type moves instead of a... Omnis? You know, he'll come back. Here's your special band back. We'll just throw it across the entire dungeon. Oh, a sandstorm, nice. I don't know where I'm going. Oh, there we go, there are our stairs. And again, I lost my train of thought. I think I was talking about Gen 4 for a bit, and then I was talking about the power level of our Pokemon. That's what I was talking about, yeah. I feel like the game, by its inherent nature, can still throw a lot of challenge at us, even though we're really, really strong, and we saw that with Drifloon. There are things that this game can do to make the game very, very difficult, despite having really, really strong Pokemon. Nice, we're getting a good run of stairs, though. That's not great, actually. That is, that's Ego's only type weakness at work there, now that we have the, what's it called? the Gut Sash that absorbs Rock-type moves. There we go, there's the, Magnet Pull. First time we've seen that. Let's just eat this apple, actually. Eat it right off the floor. But yeah, we saw Magnet Pull in effect there, and it's the first time we've seen that, I believe, in this game, and the fact that I am now over 70 hours into the game, and I'm still seeing new things, is just fantastic, and I feel like that's something that even the main series Pokemon games can't achieve. Once you've played the games for a certain amount of time, you've pretty much seen everything there is to see, particularly in the newer games, which are more geared towards having you see everything there is to see in a single playthrough. I mean, I've played through pretty much every single Pokemon game between Generation 2 and 7, if you count Let's Go as Generation 8, because I didn't play that. I've played through pretty much every single one of those games multiple times. I think Diamond and Pearl are the only ones I haven't played more than once, because Platinum is just far superior. And I can still get a slightly different experience each time I play the game with different team members, and I can put different challenges in place for myself, like, that's probably a monster house up there. I'm not going up there, never mind, I don't need those items. Yeah, so I can put different challenges in place for myself to give myself a bit more of a different experience on each playthrough. But this game, the fact that, as I said, I'm 70 hours in and I'm still seeing new things, I feel like there's no way you could see everything that this game has to offer in a single playthrough, and I'd like to think that I've done a pretty good job of getting most of it, and I will continue to try and do as much as I can in this game, in this playthrough. But yeah, I'll definitely be coming back and playing this game again. Level 65 for Omnis. So, I believe Omnis's experience curve is a little bit faster than Ekla's. So, he will eventually catch up. What is this here? A sleep seed. A disabled sleep seed. We don't need that. Okay, this is a lot of 1 tiles. Let me just, again, eat this off the ground. There's a lot of Pokemon here. You know what? This is a perfect time for discharge, whenever I get the chance to move. Which is not going to be for the next 3 years, because Francis is using aromatherapy. Yep, this game is far from perfect. There are still criticisms I have of it, and at this point I'm just gonna... Oof, that's a lot of damage. We're not going to bother putting discharge on just for this 2 Pokemon situation that we were in there. Again, I've completely lost my train of thought, and I don't know where I'm going. This is what I was talking about when I mentioned playing the game for myself and not recording it when I was grinding. Just by nature of making a video, there are things I have to pay attention to, like the length of the video, and whether the recording is working, and whether there are any outside factors that are going to affect the quality of the video. I need to keep all that in my mind while I'm playing, so I definitely don't play as well as I would if I was playing on my own, and there are things that I don't pay as much attention to. Oh, here we go again, with the Mothims and the Silver Wind. I suppose this is my comeuppance, really, for being a dirty discharge user for the whole game. What am I doing? I want ground, I want to eat this apple. Here we go. Stop that. Oh, that really doesn't do a whole lot of damage. These Togekiss haven't been as threatening as I thought they would be for being fully evolved Pokemon, but I guess that takes us back to the very beginning of the game where every... oh boy, here we go. Okay. Strap in for this again. Okay. You know what I'll do is, let's not waste everybody else's turn. I'm gonna heal Francis, but everyone else should be able to approach and attack this thing. There we go. I don't know where Omnis is going, but It's okay. Oh good, we're confused. Okay, problem solved. Level 58 for Ego. Thank you, Francis. I really wish Francis would use that a little bit more promptly. Also, bye, Omnis. Oh, I should probably turn that, go after foes back off now. There we go. Let's get out of here. 44th floor. So I'm kind of out of things to talk about now. I think I did a pretty good job for 35 minutes, managing to fill up the progression through this dungeon, but I feel like there's not really much to see within the dungeon itself. It'll only be... Oh, I want that money. You guys know me and my pursuit of loot. Let's get rid of this grimy food. Yeah, there's really not much left for me to talk about, and I just want to get through to the end of this dungeon and see what awaits us there. Because I have a feeling something called a legendary treasure is not going to be taken without a fight. And as if the dungeons themselves weren't challenging enough... Hey, stop that. I certainly feel like we'll be up for a bit of a fight once we get up to the top. That is a Reviser seed. You can't fool me, game. Okay, Oranberry, Cross-Eye Seed. What have we got that we can swap out? What was it that just got sticky? A Max Elixir. Well, I do have a Cleanse Orb, but it's really not high priority. And let's swap out these plain seeds. And punch you. Nice. So yeah, I guess I will just cut to... Oh, okay, that's actually really convenient, thanks. I guess we will just cut to when we make it to the end of this dungeon then, whenever it is. Thanks, Francis. Really got my back there, buddy, haven't you? Sky Stairway Apex. Looks like we made it. Oh, hello.
Seekers of the Seven Treasures, I am Rayquaza, the Guardian of Sky Stairway. If it is the treasure that you seek, possess the sky. I challenge you to surpass your limits. Demonstrate your power to me. Now it begins!
Oh boy, here we go. I knew we'd be up for a fight. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. We'll turn Quick Attack off. Might as well turn Spore on here. And we'll turn Agility on. We have a Vile Seed, so we're gonna start things off with that. Lower its special defense and defense. Throw out the Spore. Excellent. Right, now, team. Let's go for it. We got this. Okay. This is a flying type, or a dragon flying type. I feel like Focus Punch will still be our best bet. 269 damage. It's more than Metal Claw would be. Okay. This guy hits pretty hard. But we can do this. Yeah, we can do this. That was a little easier than I thought it would be, but we are ridiculously strong. The treasure box contained a Sky Melodica. Ekla obtained a Sky Melodica, one of the 7 treasures. Oh, Rayquaza is saying something. It seemed to develop a kinship with Ekla while battling. It says that it wants to join the team! Yeah! Awesome, alright, welcome to the team, Rayquaza. I didn't expect that, that's pretty freaking cool. We did it! We completed Sky Stairway, we collected our first of the legendary treasures, and we recruited Rayquaza. Well, 1 down, 6 to go. Good morning, Omnis. In the next part, we'll take on the next of the 7 legendary treasures. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.